Good day, everyone. This is Asil Abadallah, and today's lesson is going to be a reading comprehension about entertainment. رح يكون درسنا اليوم عبارة عن قراءة حول موضوع يلي هو الترفيه. I'm going to read a passage. رح أقرأ فقرة about entertainment in London specifically. فيها رح نتعرف عن أساليب الترفيه في لندن بالليل. I will be reading the text in English and the translation will be provided to you. ما رح أقرأ الترجمة بس رح أقرأ النص بالإنجليزي لحتى نختصر وقت. But you can read it on your own. رح نتعلم مصطلحات جديدة ومعاني جديدة ممكن تفيدنا ونبلش نستعملها in our everyday conversation. And finally, we will learn what things we can do for entertainment. So let's begin. Entertainment in London. London is one of the world's great cities. Millions of tourists visit each year and spend their days sightseeing. So what do they do? Visiting London's historical museums, monuments, and buildings, shopping for souvenirs in Oxford Street or Bond Street, or bargain hunting in one of London's markets. But what can they do when it's night and too dark to take selfies in front of another of London's famous landmarks? Here are a few things tourists can do to enjoy the nightlife in the UK's capital city. The capital city of UK is London, as we all know. Okay, so before we continue, here are a few words that we can learn together. Sightseeing. Sightseeing. This is another word for tourism. معناها سياحة أو زيارة معالم المدينة. Monuments. Monuments. معناها التماثيل أو النصب التذكاري. Souvenirs. Souvenirs. معناها التذكار يلي بيشتروه السياح من كل دولة. Bargain. Bargain. معناها مفاوضة أو مساومة أو بالعامية بنحكيها اللي هي المفاصلة. Bargain hunting. Bargain hunting. هذا مصطلح بيستعملوه معناه البحث عن صفقات جديدة. Landmarks. Landmarks هي المعالم الرئيسية أو المشهورة بالدولة. So in the previous paragraph, we mentioned that tourists can do a few things at night in London, and the first one is go to the theatre. London is renowned for its theatres. There are about 40 theatres in the West End of London alone. London theatres offer a wide range of shows, from classical performances to modern productions. Musicals are often popular with audiences, and some of the best-known shows are regularly sold out. So it's a good idea to book a ticket as soon as you can. And I said often, as American English say it, whereas British English say often. Don't buy tickets from touts outside the theatre, though. They will be extremely expensive and may not be genuine. The Shakespeare Globe Theatre is a reconstruction of a round theatre from Shakespeare's time, and watching a play there is an incredible experience. As you can see from the photo, the theatre is actually round, and you will see in the next slide how it looks from the outside. In the picture on the right, you can see the Shakespeare Globe Theatre from the outside, and it's obviously round. هو مدور أو مثل الكرة من برا ومن جوا, which is what the name suggests. Globe معناها كرة. So a few words that we can learn together before we continue. Renowned. Renowned. This is another word for famous. معناها مشهور أو معروف. Musicals. Musicals هي المسرحيات الغنائية. Audiences. Audiences معناها جمهور. touts touts هم البائعين المتجولين. genuine genuine it means أصلي in this context but it can also mean honest. بنصوص أخرى ممكن يكون معناها صادق. reconstruction معناها إعادة بناء. حكينا من الأشياء اللي بنقدر نعملها بلندن at night is go to the theater. Now we will talk about going to a concert. So whether you are a fan of classical or modern music, London has a lot to offer you. There are classical concerts at the Albert Hall, the Royal Festival Hall, the Barbican and many others. هدول أسماء قاعات بيصير فيهم هاي الاحتفالات. London has a huge modern music scene, pop, rock, reggae, blues and many others. هدول music genres اللي هي أنواع من الموسيقى. As well as the bigger music venues, there are hundreds of smaller venues offering free live music from groups or solo artists. Whatever your taste in music, you are sure to find a concert somewhere. So clearly concerts are very common in London at night. You can either watch or go to a concert in these halls that we mentioned, or you can also watch the free live music from groups or solo artists. So from the previous paragraph there are a few new words that we can learn. في بعض المصطلحات اللي ممكن نتعلمها من الفقرة اللي قرأتها من شوي. To start with we have modern معناها حديث. There's also another word for it أو شبيه لإلها يلي هي contemporary معناها معاصر. So modern و contemporary. We have concert معناها حفلة موسيقية. scene بهذا النص معناها مسرح. ممكن كمان يكون لها معنى تاني يلي هو مشهد. So a movie scene يلي هو مشهد بفيلم، ولكن هون معناها مسرح. So المسرح الفني أو المسرح الموسيقي زي ما وردت. We have venue معناها مكان. And we'll have the word live here is an adjective. هنا صفة وبتنقرأ live معناها مباشر. في منها الفعل يلي هي live بتنقرأ ومعناها يعيش. So this is the adjective. بتنقرأ live ومعناها مباشر. So at night in London you can also go on a tour. If you have read the guidebook and are bored of the usual daytime tours, why not learn about the city at night? Whether you would prefer to walk or relax on a bus, London has lots of different nighttime tours to entertain, inform, or even scare you. Whichever you choose, you will get a different view of the city. So as a tourist, and to entertain yourself while you are in London, you can go on nighttime tours throughout or across the city to entertain or inform or even scare you if you are into scary things. I want to go back to the first line. If you have read, this is the the present perfect tense. So we have the verb have followed by verb 3 أو the third form of the verb. فهنا عنا read الspelling تبعها بعدها زي ما هي، بس we spell it as read. I have read. There's also whichever. This is a new word for me I want to share it with you. whichever معناها أيا كان. The words whatever or whoever are also very common. هدول دايما بنسمعهم، فحبيت بس ألفت نظركم لهاي الكلمة. From the previous paragraph titles, you can see that the verb go was used in each of them, and this is an indication that the verb go can be used with activities you can do to entertain yourself, for example, in this comprehension text. So الفعل go نقدر نستعمله مع أي activity نقدر نعمله. So the first example we have here is go to the theater, and similarly go to a museum. Notice that the verb go here was followed by a preposition. هنا إجا وراه حرف جر وبعديه اسم مكان. So either to the theater مسرح or to a museum متحف or to any other place. We also have go watch a movie. هون إجا بعديها اللي هو ال present simple verb أو هون حتى هذا ال infinitive verb. So الفعل المجرد. في عنا go shopping. هلأ هاي this is not a verb, this is not a continuous verb. هنا هي gerund يلي حكينا عنها بمرة قبل. هو هذا اسم مش فعل ومعناها الذهاب للتسوق. And finally we have go on a tour. Here it was followed by another preposition يلي هو on، بس هاي دايما بتيجي مع on a tour. يعني preposition on دايما بيجي مع tour، مش in tour ولا with tour or whatever or any other preposition. دايما بيجي معها on ومعناها الذهاب في جولة. We finally end this lesson with a few questions as an exercise, since this is a reading comprehension. Please read the text again, slowly and carefully on your own, and if you want, you can listen to me reading and answer the following questions and submit them to Miss Dana. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.